Hello student, in the study of our first chapter of OCM, today you are going to study about the next economic activity and the features of the respective economic activity. Okay student, so today you are going to study about the profession and the features of the profession. Okay student, so profession means what? First thing, it is an economic activity. Okay, profession is an economic activity. Why? Already we have studied this. That is the activity which is performed for the purpose of earning the money is an economic activity. So profession is the activity which is performed by an individual for the purpose of earn the money. Okay, that is to earn the money, that is income, the respective activities performed by an individual. So it is classified under the head of the economic activity. So the one expert person, okay, one expert person who is having some special skill, some special knowledge with him, giving the services to the people in the society, to the people in the market, and on the basis of the giving services he charging some amount of money in the return. So as here money involvement, as here monetary transaction is involved, that's why it is an economic activity. Okay, that is one expert person on the basis of his special skill, special knowledge, giving the services to the needy required people on their demand, and against that service he charging some amount of money which is known as a fees. That's why it is an economic activity. Correct. So definitely when I am started to talk about the profession, some faces are coming in front of your eyes. Okay, some persons are click in your mind. Okay, right, definitely. For example, doctor, lawyers, CA, architect, fashion designer, these are the professional person. Why? Because they are giving the services in the society, services in the market on the basis of their special skill, special knowledge which they have, and charging some amount of money against the respective service which is given by them to the respective people. Okay, how? That is doctor. Take the example of the doctor. That is doctor is giving the treatment to the patient. Okay, if any person is not feeling well, definitely give the visit to the doctor. So doctor is giving some medicines to him, doctor is giving some treatment to him. Okay, that treatment, that medicine is what? That is the service which is given by the doctor to the respective patient. Okay, against that treatment, against that medicine, doctor is charging some amount. Okay, that's why he has here money involvement, monetary transaction is there. So it is an economic activity. Okay, also you can take example of the lawyer also. That is for any legal matter, if any individual and person approaches to any lawyer, definitely he can give you the best solution. He can provide the guidelines to the respective individual, and against that he charging some amount of money, that is the fee. Okay, that's why it is an economic activity. Okay, understood? Okay, so on the basis of this, let's define the profession. Okay, so the one person who wants to become, who wants to run his profession, who want to become a professional, definitely there is some requisite, that is there is some criteria is going to be defined to become a professional. Okay, so for being a professional, an individual, a person has to acquire, okay, has to acquire specified, particular, specified or particular qualification. Okay, he has to acquire the specified particular qualification, that is education of the respective field. Then with the education there should be some special skill and the knowledge should be with him. Okay, special skill, knowledge and formal training, that is practical knowledge, you can say practical knowledge. Okay, so when one person is having such qualities, when one person is acquiring these qualities with him, definitely he can become a professional person. Okay, that is, to become a professional one has to acquire specified particular qualification, that is education, that is degree. Okay, that is degree of the respective field. Then special skill and the knowledge, and with that important thing is that the formal training which is specified by the respective field, respective area, that is the actual practical knowledge. Okay, on the basis of these qualities, that is on the acquisition of such qualities, one person is going to become a profession, he is eligible to work as a professional person in the market. Then and then he is eligible to give the services to the people, that is practice as a professional in the market. Okay, that is, as we have studied the example of the doctor and the lawyer. Okay, so to become a doctor, to work as a lawyer, definitely whatever the qualification and the education is prescribed, that has to be acquired by one individual. Degree of the respective field, respective area should be with the one individual. Knowledge have to be there of the respective area, respective field, and also the practical knowledge is also the important, that is there is some apprenticeship, there is some internship is going to be prescribed. So that should be completed by one individual, and on the completion of all the stages of the respective field, of the respective area, one can practice as a professional in the market, in the society. Okay, then the person, on the acquisition of all these criteria, all these eligibility criteria, the person who is eligible to practice as a profession is known as the professional. Okay, one who is eligible to practice as a profession, to render the services into the market, in the society, that respective individual is known as the professional person. Okay, that is doctor, lawyer, CA, architect, fashion designer. These person are the professional person. Why? Because they are having they have cracked the eligibility criteria, qualifications and the qualities with them. Okay, understood? Now we are going to study about the features of the profession. Okay, now the features of the profession. Features. Okay, let's study features. So the first feature of the profession is the aim, or also you can say that the objective. Okay, aim or the objective. Already I have explained, that is why the professional is going to be run and the practiced by a professional person, that is to earn the money. Okay, as profession is an economic activity, so the basic aim, the basic purpose, the basic object of the profession is to earn the money, to earn money, that is income, you can say. Okay, for living. Okay, so for the purpose of living, for the livelihood purpose, one individual is acquiring the profession for the purpose of earning the money and the income. So basic aim, basic objective of profession is to earn the money, and this money is in the form of the fees. Okay, and definitely on the basis of this profession, on the basis of this whatever the qualities and the qualification one person is having, that's why he's known, and he's well known up, he's known as the professional person, and he's charging some fees. That is the his objective is that is to earn the money. So he is earning the money on the basis of giving the services. Against that, definitely exchange should be there. So the services are going to be given by the professional to the respective individual, to the respective client on their demand. Okay, so he renders some skilled services, he given some guidelines, he provides some guidance to the individual on their demand, who is going to approach to the respective professional. He is giving some skilled services, and he is providing the guidance and the guidelines to the respective individual on their demand. Okay, that is, he solved their problems, he solved their issues for the purpose of earning the money. Okay, as the aim is to earn the money, this money is earned by a professional by rendering, or you can say by giving skilled services and guidance. Okay, by rendering or giving the skilled services and the guidance to their client, to clients. Okay, that is by giving solution to their problems and issues. Okay, understood. Now the next feature point is the qualification. To practice as a professional person, to work as a professional person, there is some qualification have to be acquired, there is some eligibility criteria have to be passed with the respective individual to work, to practice as a professional. Okay, there is certain expertise, knowledge is required with the respective individual. Okay, so to become a professional, one has to acquire the prescribed education, the prescribed degree, the prescribed qualification with him. First thing is the prescribed education, that is degree of the respective field, of the respective area. Okay, then the certain set of body of knowledge. Okay, with the degree there should be set of body of knowledge with the respective individual, which is acquired by, okay, this knowledge is acquired by the prescribed and the certain formal education, formal training, that is practice. Okay, practice. Okay, so after all this, one is allowed to practice as a professional. Okay, that is, on the acquisition, on having all these things with one individual, he can work, he can practice as a professional, right? That is the prescribed education, that is the degree of the respective field, of the respective area. Then body of the knowledge, which is acquired on the completion of the formal training, on the practice of the respective field, of the respective area. The one individual can practice as a professional person in the market, in the society. For example, to practice as a doctor, to practice as a CA, definitely one individual have to crack the entrance exam. After entrance exam, definitely then the educational criteria have to be passed. Okay, then after that there is some internship is given, articleship is going to be have to be clear with the respective individual. So on the completion of all these things, the individually can work as, can practice as a CA and as a doctor in the market, in the society. Okay, in the absence of anyone, no individual can practice as a individual, can practice as a professional person, right? That is, we are having the knowledge regarding some medicines. That is, if headache will be there, if the cough and the cold is there, we know the name of some tablets, some capsules. Okay, it doesn't mean that we are having the degree of the respective field. We are not the professional. We can't work as a, we can't practice as a professional on having only some basic knowledge with us. When we are going to crack, when we are going to have, is going to going through all these things, then and then only the one individual can practice as a professional. Okay, understood? And then the next feature point is the monetary return. The next feature point is the monetary return. Professional is which activity? Economic activity. So definitely this activity is practiced, is run by the professional for the purpose of earning the money. Okay, the financial return is expected in this activity, right? As it is an economic activity, so definitely consideration is expected here, and this consideration, this return is in the form of the money, in the financial term. So this financial return is in the form of fees. Fees is what? That is the financial return is here. Okay, monetary return is what? The fees. Fees is the income for the professional person. Okay, fees is what? Fees is the financial return, that is the income for the professional person as their income source for their living, for their livelihood purpose. That is, for their livelihood purpose, for their living purpose, they are running, they are practicing one profession to earn the monetary financial return in the form of the fees. Okay, but these fees are not fixed. Not fixed. That is uncertain. Okay, that is how much amount of fees, how much amount of financial return one profession is going to be earned is not certain, is not fixed. Why? Because there are two types of the professional, which can be employed and self-employed. Okay, profession can be of two types, that is employed and the self-employed. So on the basis of this, the income which is earned by the professional is not fixed, it is uncertain in nature. Okay, first see employed, that is if one individual, the professional is the employed one, that is if he is working under instruction of another person, if he is joining any company, if he is working in any firm, he is the employed there, so he is getting salary as his income. Okay, and if any professional is practicing in his own office, at his own, then definitely he is getting the fees over here, and this fees is going to be differ as per the services which are given to their client. So the monetary return, that is the fees which is earned by the professional, is uncertain in nature as they are employed and the self-employed. Okay, for example, doctor, if the doctor is practicing in his own clinic, he is getting the fees which is different from patient to patient. Then also if and if the doctor is working in any hospital, if he is giving the treatment in hospital, he is working as an employed over there, so he is getting the salary there, right? Then the fourth feature point of the profession is the capital. Okay, capital. As professional can be self-employed and the employed. Right now we have studied that is professional are can be two types, that is employed and the self-employed. So on the basis of this, the capital requirement is also changed. That is, if the professional is the self-employed, okay, if self-employed is okay, if the professional is the self-employed, there is a requirement of the capital with the respective professional. Okay, there is a requirement of capital. Requirement of capital. Why? Because he has to make the setup of his own office. In that office, there is a requirement of some infrastructure, some stationery, some other material. So definitely there is a requirement of making some investment of money by the respective professional. So for that, there is a requirement of capital in the self-employed professional. Getting? That is, if the doctor is having his own clinic, definitely for making the setup of the clinic, then whatever the equipments is needed, whatever machinery is needed, for all that things there is a requirement of the capital, money investment to the respective doctor. But if he is working in another hospital, that is if he is the employed one, okay, employed professional is there, then no need of the capital. As he is working on a salary basis, he just went there and is giving the services. So definitely there is a no need of the capital. Also you can take the example of the CA. That is, after completion of the CA degree, if any one individual is practicing at his own office, then definitely for making the setup, then there is a office requirement is there. There is some equipment. There are some stationery material is going to be required. So for all the things, there is a requirement of investment amount. So that is the capital. So there is a requirement of the capital for the respective CA. But if he joins to any organization, to any firm, there is a no need of the capital to the respective CA professional. He just went there and he is giving his services there. He is working there. Okay. It doesn't mean that if you are working somewhere, it doesn't mean that you have to go with all your material. That is, you have to bring your own chair, table with you. Okay. It doesn't mean that. Okay. So, clear? Capital, regarding the capital requirement, that is, if it is the employed professional, then no need of the capital. If it is the self-employed, that is, if the professional person is practicing at his own office, at his own, there is a requirement of the capital, and that capital amount is lesser than the business. Okay, whatever investment amount of money is done in the business, as compared to that, there is a little amount of the capital is invested in the professional. We are going to see in our next lecture in the difference point. Okay. Now the next feature point. The next feature point is the registration and membership. Registration and membership. Okay. Some professions require, that is, some professions have to make their registration with the national level council. Have national level council. Okay, that is, for some professionals there are some national level councils. So as per that, the respective professional have to make their registration in the respective council as per their field and as per their area. Okay. What is the role of this council in the profession? That is, these respective national level council regulates the code of conduct, that is the activities of the respective profession. Okay, that is for doctor degree, for lawyer, then for the architect, then for the CA. There are different and the separate councils are going to be established, and these councils are going to mention, going to prescribe, going to lay down the code of conduct, that is regarding the rules, the regulation and the activities how to be performed by the respective professional. Okay, so the professional on the completion of their degree, on the completion of all the qualification criteria, one individual have to make the registration of themselves with the respective council. Okay, and on the registration they are getting the certificate by the respective council, that is they are getting the permission from the council, that is to practice in the society. Okay, only after getting the registration they are allowed to give the services in the society to the clients on their demand. That is, if this stage is not going to be completed, if they are not going to make their own registration with the respective council, it means it is the illegal one. They are not giving the legal services to their client. Okay, so for this purpose, for the legal matter also, for legal authentication also, they have to make the registration in the respective council. Okay, which is giving the permission to them to practice as a professional person in the market, in their society. Okay, for example, for doctor degree, that is to work as a doctor, there is a Indian Medical Council is there. Indian Medical Council for the doctors, then Bar Council of India for the lawyers, then ICAI for the CA, then Council of Architecture for the architects. Okay, such type of the councils are set up for the some of the profession, and the respective professional have to make the registration and get the certificate of the practice. Okay, already told you what is the role of this council, that is they prescribe the rules and the regulation which one professional person have to follow while giving services to their client. That is, it highlights the rules of the honesty, integrity and the morality, regarding the truthfulness, regarding the accuracy. Okay, it highlights the rules regarding the honesty, integrity and the morality. Highlights rules of honesty, integrity and moral principles, you can see. Okay, also prescribe rules and regulations, code of conduct, their activities. Okay, so one professional have to be strictly follow these rules, regulation and the code of the conduct which is laid down, which is prescribed by the respective council. Okay, and definitely it is going to protect the interest of the professional person and the clients also. These rules and regulation not only to bind the working of the professional, this is going to protect the interest of the professional, to protect the interest of the client. That is, in future if any uncertain event and the issue will be happen with the respective professional, definitely they can take the help of the respective council. If they are giving the honest service to their client with the integrity by following the moral principles, definitely they can sort out the issue by taking the help of the council. But for that help, there is need to get their registration with the respective council, to get the certificate of the practice from the respective council. Okay. Now the next point is the code of the non-transferability. The next point of the feature is the non-transferability. Next feature point is the non-transferability. The profession is non-transferable in nature. Okay, it means the one professional person is not allowed to transfer his profession, to transfer his own degree from him to any other his relative, to any other his friend, to any other his known person. Okay, that is on the will, on the desire of any professional, he is not allowed to transfer his profession, to transfer his degree, his practice to the another person. Okay, why? Because we have already studied, to be a professional there is need to acquire the eligibility criteria, that is the specific particular education, that is the degree qualification, then set of body of knowledge, special skill, then formal training, that is the practical knowledge, practice. So on the acquisition of this, one is allowed to work as a professional. So he is not allowed, that is if any other person is not having such degree with him, then definitely professional is not going to transfer his degree to any other person. For example, that is if lawyer is, if any lawyer is not feeling well, if any doctor is not feeling well, or if they want to take the retirement, then they can't transfer. That is, they can't take the retirement by transferring their degree to his son, to their daughter. Okay, getting? That is on their will and desire, it is not possible. That is, if the lawyer's son and the lawyer's daughter is also having the LLM and the LLB degree with him, if the respective doctor's son and the daughter is acquiring the respective degree of the MBBS, BHMS or the BMS, then and then only he can transfer the respective practice to their son and the daughter. Same for the architect also, same for the other professional person also. That is, no any professional person can transfer their practice to their relatives, to their friends. Okay, getting? It is the non-transferable in nature. Okay, so to work as a professional, they have to acquire the specified degree, then body of set of knowledge, and the formal training have to be completed. Then and then only they are allowed to practice as a professional in the market. Okay, no, you are not. That is, if you are giving the visit to any doctor, if you are not feeling well, it doesn't happen that doctor is not there. That's why his son, daughter, and his any friend is giving treatment to you. No, it is not possible. It is not allowed. Then the last feature is the nature of work. Also, you can take the example in the 9th feature, that is the CL. So that is, if any respective professional say wants to take the leave, so on his leave he can't send his any relative to any friend on his duty on the respective day. That is, if I am a CA and I want to take a leave on a specific day, I can't on that day I can't send to my friend and to any relative to complete the work. If they are getting, then the last is the nature of the work. That is, it involves, that is, nature of the services which are given by the professional to their clients. Okay, nature of work means what? That is, on the basis of the service, which type of the services are given by the professional to their clients. That is, how they solve the issues, how they give the solution to their clients, how they provide the guidance to their clients. As they are charging the fees, in exchange of these fees, they have to give the qualitative services to their client. They have to give the skillful, they have to share the skillful knowledge with the respective clients. Okay, that is on the basis of their formal education, on the basis of their formal training, practical knowledge, they have to give the qualitative services to their client. As they are charging the fees, for that they have to give the qualitative services to their client. That is, they are responsible for the commitment and the dedicated services. That is, there should be committed, dedicated services in exchange of fees. Okay, in exchange of fees, whatever fees they are going to be charged from their clients, they have to give the committed and the dedicated services to their client. Then responsible for qualitative services, responsible for qualitative services. Okay, that is, they have to, and with that they have to maintain the confidential relationship between the clients and them. Whatever information is going to be shared by their clients with them as a professional, so definitely there should be the confidentiality have to be maintained by the professional and the clients also. Okay, in exchange of fees, they have to be give such type of the services to their client. Okay, so all this is about the profession and the features of the profession.